Hey, what's going on, guys? So, thought about it a lot over the weekend, and I've been thinking about what we've been doing. And I've been having y'all build the circuits, and then you're basically taking my code, copying it into Arduino, and running it. And then you're seeing if your circuit reacts appropriately to what I told you. You did do a little bit of code adjustment where you changed the color of some LEDs, maybe the speed of a delay, but that's not the right way to go about learning to program. So I wanted to take a step back for this week and just introduce you to programming the right way and have you work through some tutorials so you can better understand. Some of my best students, the ones that are at Georgia Tech doing electronics and robotics, etc., one of their strongest skill sets was knowing how to program and problem solve. I hate that I can't be in there to actually teach you step by step, but I do have a really good resource y'all are going to walk through, and I'll be available for questions and things like that. So basically the idea is I want you to understand what you're doing when you write a statement in your program. So what I've done is if you click on electronics, I actually need to refresh real quick. So if you click on electronics here, you'll see that we're on week 3 together now. Alright, so it's a short week, so I figured today and Thursday we'd work on some programming stuff, and then next week get back to building circuits. And then you'll have a better grasp on how to actually program them yourself. My worry is that later on you'll go to, who knows, maybe you want to add LEDs onto a tie or a dress, and you won't have me to give you the code, so you'll need to build your own code. So that's the purpose of us taking a step back to learning how to program in C++. Alright, so there are many programming languages out there. C++ is what Arduino uses. It's a very old language. Let's see if we can find the year it was created. I don't have that memorized. Should be over here. So 1985 is when it came out, alright? So if you think about computers, early 90s, late 80s, this is a fairly early language. It's nice because it's what we call a functional language, which means you basically give it a list of commands and it works top to bottom and does them all, alright? You might have a loop that loops through, but it's top to bottom functional program. Not a lot of objects created. We have things called pointers, but we're going to get into that later. It's different than Java. If you see here, Java is what I teach in the APCSA class. So when you're a junior or senior, this is object-oriented. So this is more of creating real-world simulations. Java is extremely widely used. But for Arduino, it's a really good start to learn C++. Alright? So you can see these early computers, they used C and C++. Here's a basic hello world, which you're actually going to do. So what I want you to do is go ahead and click on electronics, or you can click on week 3. Either one works. And you're going to scroll down. Because unfortunately I can't be in there just to teach you on the whiteboard or do follow along tutorials using the projector, I'm going to need you to do a little bit of solo learning. So appropriately, the website that I've chosen for us to use, because I really like it, is called Solo Learn. Alright, and you're going to be doing the C++ tutorials. So just kind of the steps, go to the following website link, takes you here. Alright, so you can see no prior programming experience necessary. It starts from scratch. If anybody's programmed, you'll get that pun. But we are going to start here. So first you need to create an account so it can save your progress and I can give you a grade. You can create an account, sign in with Facebook if you're that cool, or just sign in with Google. I'm going to sign in with one of my many accounts. Alright, so I've got this account here, and you can see I've started C++ this morning when I was looking. You can even write your own code and save it through this website, so there's a lot of good stuff. If you finish a whole program, you get a certificate. So if you are planning to be a programmer one day, you might want to investigate maybe learning some Java, some Python, some JavaScript, some C#, some PHP, some Ruby. All these are good languages that the industry uses, alright? So if you're in high school, you can, get started by using some of these. But we're going to focus on C++. Alright, so once you get into this tutorial area, you just click what is C++. And it's got this nice interactive, hold on, I didn't want to test out. Yeah, if you try to take a shortcut, it gives you a test. Alright, if you feel like you're ready to do this, you know, like I could do it, I know what to type here to move on. Alright, but you should not. So you're going to click on basic concepts and start going through. So what is C++? Gives me a nice little description. It's used in applications, music players, and even video games. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to pay attention and learn this. Alright. So C++ is a general purpose programming language. I got skills. Alright, so hello world. In any program you do, the first thing you're going to do is write a hello world. So the C++ compiler, which is the thing that actually runs the program, it interprets these words into computer language so that it can actually do what you want it to do. Alright? So it ignores white space, which means I could have like 200 enters here and a bunch of white space, but all the computer sees is the letters. Alright, so if we click try it yourself, oh, it brings us into here. Alright, so this is a nice little, now we have two sides, right? We can practice in here in our code playground, and then over here we still have our tutorial stuff. So I'm going to make this a little bigger. So I've got this program. If I click run, come on. Alright, just takes some time, but it prints out hello world. Alright, so play around with this code as you're going through. Only Destiny 2, Rocket League, etc. Alright, so I can change this up, and now when I click run, it's going to print. So this is your output, this is the code that makes it happen. Alright, so let's move forward. Oh, so I wasn't paying attention. So you can actually go back and see using namespace std. Alright, so whatever they're highlighting, see how it's in bold? There's probably going to be a question after it. So if you want to take notes or if you just want to kind of move back and forth, you can. So when I move forward, using name std. Correct. Alright. So you get the idea. It shouldn't take you very long to get through all these. Let's see. Courses, C++. So I was here, alright, and that was pretty quick, right? That was like, what, it's been, I don't know, it's been about 3 minutes since I started that. I'm halfway through number 2. So I want you to just work top to bottom. If you finish module 1, call me or Mr. Johnson or the substitute over and have them check you off, and then begin module 2, alright? Like I said, guys, I know programming, if you're not interested, can get kind of tedious, so I don't want to stay with this. I just need you to learn the basics, so it's not just you copying my code. Alright, I want you to be able to build your code from scratch. Just let me know if you have any questions. Alright, thanks.